Hey folks, Valentin the Mad here, and today I'll be sharing some thoughts on the demo of Half-Sword. I will try to keep it brief on this one. I'll mainly highlight some of my favorite features, and the game will very much get a full analysis, but that will happen when it will release in one way or the other. Alright, the coolest core feature by far here, and seriously it is very impressive, very well made, that is of course the blood spilling. The foundation here are three features. So first of all you will have splat patterns for the initial hit, along with droplets, many more droplets for bleeding, and the blood puddles. Now the looks of it all are seriously good, to the point where you can pretty much make forensic analysis based on what you are seeing. The splats are great, the blood droplets, the game is very generous with spawning those, and of course we have the blood paddling functionality, which is, I would say, beyond exceptional, some of the coolest I've seen in games. You will have the droplets initially, but if you bleed like a certain amount, you will see a puddle begin forming. Kind of reminds me of what we have in Dead Island 2, except that it stays for as long as you're around, and as you can also very much see, the way the blood forms, it reacts to the floor tiles. Stones in the case of this demo, which is crazy cool. Now this specific feature, I haven't seen it absolutely anywhere, and needless to say, I'm very impressed. Dynamic paddling on its own is a very rare one. As you know, if you're watching the channel, we barely have it anywhere. And let alone a feature like this where the blood responds to the terrain it spills onto. Looks really good and seriously just very impressive functionality. And I do want to note that amount will vary too. So to take two extremes, for example, if it's just a simple whack to the head, there won't be a whole lot of it, but if you cut someone's head off or slash the throat, it's gonna get very messy very quick. Here are a few examples. As you can imagine, the combat and the animations part of it generally has received quite a bit of improvements too, and certainly it feels better now than it did in the previous demos. So yeah, here are a few examples of that too. I do think there is still very much room for improvement in this aspect. it doesn't always feel quite there, but it is much better now, and you will see very cool moments that you can seriously feel the impact of that. I do very much have to mention the disabled state. Those last for a good while and they look also very good. And we have a whole bunch of fun new behaviors. So we got characters scrolling away, running away, and getting on their knees. What also got more attention than perhaps you would expect, very specifically, is the death animations on beheading. As for the body damage, the current state isn't entirely relevant because there will be a major enhancement of the effects coming sometime later on, so I'll just cover it then. But in the meanwhile, what I can say quite conclusively is I absolutely love the gutting feature. As you know, this one is quite uncommon, and despite some roughness here and there, I think it is a lot of fun. In conclusion, for now, so what I can say, I remember coming across it on Twitter a very long while ago, and it seriously exceeded my expectations in pretty much every way imaginable. So the blood spinning, that is some of the nicest to have, looks and functionality wise. As I mentioned, you can basically make forensic analysis based on the aftermath, and generally even in games with decent and even exceptional spinning, it isn't that good. The animations are getting better, the new behaviors are also more than we have in definitely most games I covered here, and the physics-based combat, that one is always gonna be janky. That is currently the nature of physics-based combat. It won't be like Mordau smooth, but I think it is well within the reasonable boundaries of jank. There is room for improvement, but it doesn't feel weightless and it doesn't feel, at least for me, overly silly. So overall, I do very much like this project, I do very much like the progress, and can't wait to see what they'll have next, particularly in the body damage aspect. I do want to note, they will have a Kickstarter coming sometime in the near future. I will have it linked at the top of the video description, you can already follow it, and yeah, this is one I do absolutely fully endorse. So, hope you enjoyed the video, do let me know what you think in the comment section, and subscribe for more content coming your way soon. Until next time!